Legend Total War here, and today we've got a rating your one-man Doomstack covering Be'lakor. Now this is interesting because this is the first time we've covered a Legendary Lord for the second time. Because we have actually done a one-man Doomstack video with Be'lakor, but that was in Realms of Chaos when he was part of Cathay faction. Now obviously he's much different now, and his equipment set is different because he's in Immortal Empires, and so this should operate a bit differently. Alright, so looking at his equipment, he's got the Sword of Cain. Boo! Sword of Cain, whatever. You kind of do need it if you want to make a Be'lakor one-man Doomstack. You need that 30% ward save. Otherwise, he's just too big of a target. Missing out on that makes magical weapons just too easy to kill him with. He's got the Armor of Destiny, which is good. Talisman of Preservation. The Rod of Torment, and the Festering Shroud. Now, I noticed that he didn't put in the Crown of Everlasting Conquest for regen. Now, Be'lakor can regenerate on his own, but he needs units that are, like, breakable, like, low in leadership, like Wavering at least, in order to get that regeneration. So we'll just have to keep that in mind throughout the battle. Unless he's got passive regen in here somehow. Let me just check. Because it is possible to get it. Very, very difficult, but it is possible. No, he doesn't have it. Okay. Let's jump in here and see how he goes. We're going up against Taliesin. They got two full stack, almost full stack armies. Banner of the Eternal Flame seems like the right choice. Let's see what we can do. So, let's firstly talk about some of the major differences between Be'lakor in Realms of Chaos versus Be'lakor in Immortal Empires in his own faction. Well, in Realms of Chaos, he basically just didn't have a red line skill, which isn't important at all in a one-man Doomstack situation. He didn't have his unique weapon, which he doesn't have here anyway, because he picked up the Sword of Cain. And in the other one, he had pretty much 90% ward save because of all of Cathay's. They had the Sword of Slaanesh that gave him 20% physical ward save, but they also had that arcane item, the Bejeweled Dagger, which that gives a ridiculous amount of ward save as well. So the Rod of Torment is the replacement here, which is nowhere near as good. So I'm kind of the opinion that pretty much no matter what you do, you can't get the same ward save that you could have if in Immortal Empires that you can in Realm of Chaos as part of Cathay. Now Be'lakor in other factions would be completely useless, right? Without that Bejeweled Dagger. So it was very much faction dependent. Another thing is that in Realms of Chaos, at least when I played it, did his one-man Doomstack, he wasn't able to reduce Winds of Magic cost by 30% of Shadow Magic spells, so that is a big difference. Outside of that, oh yeah, another thing that he can't do, in Realm of Chaos, you couldn't get all those juicy defeat traits. Now, there's no defeat trait in the game that will give you ward save, but there's plenty that will give you physical resistance, and none of them were available in Realms of Chaos. Now, in Immortal Empires, you've got Sigvold for 10%, Archaon for 5%, although for the 4 Zanbaijin factions, spoiler alert, if you do Zanbaijin, you'll defeat Archaon, you can get his 5% through that, but they're the only ones that can do it. And then there's Wurzag, who of course isn't in Realms of Chaos either. Alright. So what's he up to with physical resistance? 50%, and so is that his maximum physical resistance? But Wood Elves do have a fair bit of magical attacks, of which we will block about half of. There also wasn't Throp the Unclean. Oh wait, no, Throp was in Realm of Chaos, what am I thinking? Well, Krokgar wasn't. Okay, whatever. Let's just see how it goes.
Into shadow.
Because he's got the Sword of Cain, we don't have to worry about this, but I'm just going to throw him straight into combat with Orion. Orion does have magical attacks. Main thing that we're looking at here is how much damage he's going to take throughout this battle, and how easy it is to regenerate. He's also got the Shadow Shroud, which we can use for ward save. So we're at our ward save cap at the moment, but that's not going to last forever.
Feel the power.
Specifically want to get rid of Orion. Don't want him shooting those magic missiles at us, which is about to. Come on, you gotta listen to me, Be'lakor, for fuck's sake.
Shadow magic.
So he's definitely taken some damage. Gotta go after him there. But I think this is a good opponent to go up against due to all the missile attacks coming at us, because Bellicor, being a very large character, is going to be a missile soak. I'm pretty sure he's at his maximum missile resistance, yeah. Yeah, even if it's magic missiles, he's maxed out with that. But there's still going to be things that do the most damage to him, just because of the number of arrows shooting up his ass. Come on, go, go, go. So how much damage did Orion do in total? Not that much. Yeah, Shadow Shroud does have a fairly large cooldown. Okay, he's gone. Now we just need to focus on the missile units. Stop them from shooting at us. Yeah, we're not really getting that regen in there at the moment. We need to get them wavering. This is why I really wanted to try to kill Orion for the regen. Now with that one breaking, that'll give us a little bit of regen. Yeah, just a tiny little bit. This one's on my ass here. Now we can use the Withering Overcasted to lower their leadership a bit. It's on very hard battle difficulty, right? Let me just confirm that. Yeah, difficulty modifier 8. Yeah, stay near these guys here to get that regen. And the more of them that are routing, the more regen we'll get. Yeah, he's regenerating pretty quickly.
I fly. Yes. Spell casting. I seek. Fear me. Yes. Feel the power. Scar them. At once.
But he's only regenerating about the same speed as he's taking damage. So I still think that maybe getting the Everlasting Crown of Conquest would have been a good idea, just to have that passive regen. Especially when playing on very hard battle difficulty and going up against high leadership units.
Shadow magic.
Because what do we have? The Festering Shroud? I mean, that's good, but the effect doesn't apply when in melee, and he's essentially a melee lord. So, I don't think that was just a good choice. And even without it, hang on. Let me have a look here. Yeah, I'd say even without it, you can definitely hit the maximum missile resistance cap. Because we'd have a lot more health right now if we had the Crown of Everlasting Conquest, that's for sure.
My coronation. No! You will run! I am Orko!
Now, running into the same sort of problem that Volkmar ran into, where you can't possibly be attacking all of these archers all at once. But I have to keep moving.
I fly! Break them! Feel the power! Through shadow!
Because even with the maximum missile resistance, we're still taking a lot of damage.
Get them! Scar them! No! Rend! Shadow magic! Fear me! I am Orko!
Okay, well there's not that many enemies left. Still got a lot of Winds of Magic remaining.
Let your domain! Yes!
Yeah, Wood Elves are a pain in the ass to deal with.
Spell casting!
Get rid of this one.
You will run! Shadow magic. Agreed.
Try to permanently land if we can.
Swiftly. Scar them.
Just gotta keep moving. Bounce power's looking okay. I think we'll inflict the army losses fairly soon. But then again, we've lost half of our strength because of our health. We can still regenerate to full, but again, the problem is we don't passively regen, and these guys here just have really high morale for the most part. And we're just not regenerating quickly enough. It is happening, just not quickly. See, it's not active all the time. Yeah, heal per second 0.4. Yeah, there's the army losses. That's why it's up to its maximum there. Okay, well, he managed to handle it, and the auto-resolver did say decisive defeat. But again, we got to compare it to other one-man doom stacks that we've seen. After seeing Village, like, just basically take a giant shit on the game's mechanics in general, this is not anywhere near that. Like, he's good, but I can't give this a 10 out of 10. Even though I think he's done everything he possibly can to make Be'lakor invincible. I mean, having Unbreakable Barrier just breaks my expectations with these. But, you know, he still had 9,000 health left over. I really do think he should have had a Crown of Everlasting Conquest. Yeah. Because the Festering Shroud, that doesn't apply unless you're not in melee. And you need to be in melee a lot of the time. It does provide 5%, just base, but that's not really worth having that item in there. I think it would be much better to have regeneration, because that way we probably would have maintained at least close to maximum health, which makes it easier to inflict the army losses if you're at full health. And I think that this army, I think Be'lakor would have struggled a little bit against 4 full stacks of this. Whereas Village wouldn't have had a problem, and he didn't even have the Sword of Cain. Volkmar, what did he go up against? 3 full stacks? And he exited the battle at about this much health. But yeah, it's good. I mean, any single unit that can take out 2 full stacks, that's pretty good.
Let them go.
Now we'll just have a little look at his traits and stuff, and just see if there's any areas that he sort of missed. But yeah, the big problem there was just getting shot by missiles, and that's another thing with Village. Village is small. Right, so that makes him harder to shoot. See, I didn't even have to dodge with Village. I basically just let them shoot at me.
Wish to be crowned.
I'm telling you, after Village, I don't know what can come close to that. Alright, let's have a look.
Time to attack.
And of course, you know, picking up a Sword of Cain doesn't exactly tickle my fancy. I don't like the Sword of Cain. The effects of it are shit. The main reason you get it, of course, is for that ward save. And there's very few weapons that have any ward save. And in fact, the only one that you would be able to get in Immortal Empires is the Sword of Cain. The only other one being is various other unique items that would be individual to Legendary Lords or to the Blade of Slanesh, which is unique to Azazel. Alright, he's got a lot of defeat traits here. Let's go through them. So he defeated the Brass Bull. Yep, there's Wurzag. Good, you need that one. That's Tyrion. Hilarial. That's not needed. Sora Smiter, that's a good one. That's Krokgar. It's nothing. What's it called? Kairos. Don't really need that. Good. Sigvald, you do need that. That's a good one. Yep, Red Dead. Oh, he beat Boris. Wasn't needed. He defeated Archaon. Yep, that's good. Deep Cleaner, of course. That's Azazel. Throg. Wulfric. Do you not have Wades Through Gore? Or am I blind? Did you not get it? He didn't get Wades Through Gore. Oh no, that's not good. Missing out on 20% health there. I'm not blind, right? It's not here. Because sometimes I do miss these things a little bit. I can't see it. Yeah, he didn't get waged through gore. That's 20% health you're missing out on there. Well, that could have made your Doomstack a lot better. Oh well. Okay, well, it's not going to get a 10 out of 10 anyway, because he didn't perfect it. You got to get the waged through gore if you're going to make a one-man Doomstack. That's bloody obvious. Missing out on that 20% extra health, that's huge. Especially for your regen, because it's percentage based. That also means that every tick of hit point regen will be 20% stronger. And give you 20% more regen throughout the course of the battle. So yeah, that's a big thing to miss out on there. Okay, so if I was to rate it, it's good. It's good. I'm probably leaning more along the lines of 9 out of 10. It can't get a 10 out of 10, and I feel like it's about on par with like Kolek Suneater, because Kolek's big thing was just huge weapon strength, but he didn't have maximum resistances, and he was fighting a bunch of Tomb Kings, which are naturally pretty damn easy, and his size hurts him more than anything, and his inability to cast like lots of magic. But then again, Kolek Suneater didn't have the Sword of Cain, so that was very good, and this one does. So maybe I should deduct a point and be like 8.5. But 8.5 is a bit of a cursed meme on this channel now, so I'm going to say it's 8.6. Why don't you guys let me know what you think? It's good. Is it worth bothering to make this? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. Like Village one-man Doomstack, that was fantastic. That was just amazing. This, on the other hand, like, I don't even think this is as good as what you can get in the Realms of Chaos campaign. So if you play as Cathay and you take Be'lakor, you can get a better one-man Doomstack. For one thing, you don't have to pick up the fucking Sword of Cain, which I hate, but you can get him to 90% ward save because he's got the... oh, that's right, he's got the Bejeweled Dagger and he's got the 20% ward save banner. Right. There's huge amounts of extra ward saves that Cathay is able to offer him. You can't get that in Immortal Empire, so Cathay can't confederate Be'lakor, and they also can't get the Sword of Slaanesh. So yeah, the other Be'lakor was actually better than this, despite the fact that he's hit the maximum physical resistance cap through traits. The other one hit maximum physical resistance cap just through equipment, didn't need the traits. And you can get Throt's Defeat trait there for the extra health. And you can't get Krokgar's or Nakai's. He hasn't got Nakai's though, for the melee defense. But I don't think that was his biggest problem. His melee defense is already pretty damn high. But then again, that's considering he does have Krokgar's trait. So yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards 8.6. You let me know what you think in the comments below. But I think he did a pretty good job of building this up. Missed out the drenched wades through gore trait, which is pretty important to make a one-man Doomstack, but apart from that, it's pretty good. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.